Harshē podcast. This is Brandon. And there's no January this week because she is at the airport getting ready to fly out to Australia to do the first ever Birth Without Fear conference in Sydney, in New South Wales, in Australia. The first event outside of North America, actually. She's done a lot in the United States and Canada. So she's in for a long day of travel. I guess losing a day and then gaining a day coming back. So it's going to be a lot of jet lag going on. However, since it's the Harshē podcast, it's not specific to which Harshē, although it's usually January and myself. But today, it's me and who are you?
Cuddlebug.
And who are you?
Miss New York.
I have Miss Cuddlebug and Miss New York here to chit-chat with me and talk about all sorts of things like New York and coffee and cutie powers and gymnastics and headstands.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Tell me about your headstands, Miss Cuddlebug.
So I can go up, and then I stay up for, like, ever.
You do.
Yeah.
The blood rushes to your head.
Yeah. And I used to be the good one at them. No, I'm not too perfect.
No, you don't do them too much, Miss New York?
Not that much anymore. Miss Cuddlebug does them more.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So what's your record, Miss Cuddlebug, for headstands? Like, how long have you done it?
Well, I can do it for I don't know, because I don't usually time it. But we used to time ourselves to which one was, like, more. And so I went up to, like, 17 or, like, 18. No, like 20 to 21 seconds. And I was, like, just so happy about it. But now I can go up for a longer time.
Do you have to stop because all the blood rushes to your head?
No, I usually just stop because I fall down.
Oh, okay. You don't pass out?
No.
No, I would pass out.
I just fall down.
Actually, you want to hear a funny story? When I was in 7th grade, me and this other kid, we were in band class, and I played the saxophone. Not very well. But he and I had a contest to see who could make our face redder. And I think I won because I passed out. I fell out of my chair. 1 minute, I'm sitting in the chair, making my face red. Next minute, I'm sitting up, and everyone is crowded around me, looking at me like I have two heads. And I realized I passed out.
Wow.
That's how smart I was.
So smart. I know.
All right, Miss New York, tell me about your coffee. You've had to recently change what kind of coffee you're drinking.
Yes, I have. But there is a very good coffee place with, like, the best decaf I've tried, even though I've tried, like, one, and I don't even remember how it tastes. But
So, first off, you were drinking regular coffee.
yes.
Right?
Yes.
And you were feeling way too caffeinated, right?
I guess. Yeah.
Like you're bouncing off the walls.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so you switched to decaf.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. There's a very good one, though, and I actually really like it.
Very good. It actually is pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
So what's the big difference that you feel from drinking regular coffee to drinking decaf?
Well, I feel, really good with the decaf. I felt good with regular coffee, but I feel good with decaf too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because just putting it in the fridge overnight, it's just like cold and it tastes good, and it's yummy. It tastes good.
So really the main thing for you is the taste of coffee.
Yes, technically yes, because
Put in the almond milk creamer,
yeah,
the stevia.
have some good almond milk.
We make some pretty wicked iced coffees here in our house, and man, they are amazing. Mom knows, Mom is the barista to compete with. Like, she is awesome with her iced coffees.
Yeah, they're really good, and I make some too. And lately I've been really liking decaf coffee.
Yeah? What do you like about it, Miss Cuddlebug?
It is like for me too. I like the taste. Yeah.
Just the taste, okay.
Just the taste.
Gotcha. So what kind of taste do you go for? Do you go for sweeter? Do you like more of the coffee flavor?
I go sweeter. Lately I've been putting more stevia in it. Just about 8 drops. It's pretty sweet.
Gotcha.
And or maybe even a little bit more because like it's really good.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I go for sweet too.
Yeah.
I with like the packs, the little like packs of stevia I used to do too, but there's different types of stevia we get now, and
Yeah, the liquid drops.
Yeah, I don't do hot coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I iced coffee is just kind of my thing.
Gotcha.
It's my thing. So. Yeah, hot coffee does not taste that good to me.
No?
Because when I'm cold, I would want hot coffee or even hot chocolate.
So it's really weird for
feels
me
good.
because I like my coffee either warm and black, nothing in it, or I like it cold and sweet with all the coffee cubes and almond milk creamer and everything. I don't like in between. I don't like slightly sweet or maybe just a little bit of creamer. Like it has to be one or the other.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I am, though. I usually deal in extremes.
It's actually-
I either go to one extreme or the other.
Especially with spice. Jeez,
Oh, that's true, yeah.
my God.
I'm a spice maniac, so the kids and mom, they all
Thai
like...
food. Jeez, I do like really like hot spice, but that was like it was making my eyes watery. That's how spicy it was. Yeah, like the way you do your spice with food is unbelievable. Like it's like it burns. Like it's so hot. Like it's crazy. Like,
Yeah, I have a weird tolerance for spicy food. When we go to a Thai restaurant or anytime there's a really spicy choice, I go for that because it just doesn't affect me as much. And I will say that that particular day you're talking about, we went to a Thai restaurant and 1 was almost no spice and 5 was absolute max, super hot. And I got 5. And it was pretty hot to me, but it wasn't too bad. And all you guys tried it, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, I need water! I'm dying."
well, with my my sauce, mine is like I put so much on it. I just put a lot of it on a meal. Like I just put a lot of it on that one meal,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like it's not that spicy for me. And like Miss New York, she used to put like it seemed like 1 drop of it on to me because it was so like not spicy or like good that much, and it would even be hot. Like if it seemed like 1 drop, but if it was like 2 drops, it would make her mouth hot. That is not true. It is true. It looks like it.
So, Miss New York, you're a little wimpy with your spice, huh?
Well, I don't do a lot of spice. Like when I shove. Look how much of the sauce I put on. She does this face like, wow, really? like that's how much you put on.
That's funny. Mom used to have a friend when we were first dating. I remember we went out with her and there were some other people there and went to an Italian restaurant, and her friend ordered just regular old spaghetti with tomato sauce. And she started complaining about how hot and spicy it was. And I started laughing at her because it was just tomato sauce.
That is ridiculous.
It was a
Wow.
little ridiculous. It's like, there's no spice in that. It's
What
just
the
regular
heck?
spaghetti sauce.
What?
Suck it up, Buttercup, as Mom
No.
says. All right, so next we have to talk about, well, I guess we already talked about it before, but
You said cutie powers.
yes, your cutie powers. You think you can win me over with your cutie powers.
And I can. Yeah, she can.
Yes,
Like,
I must admit, the cutie powers do work on me.
me and
But only you have them. Why is that?
it's because I'm so cute. Doy. It's not cutie powers for nothing.
Not only are you cute, you're super humble. Do you even know what that means?
No. I don't.
It means you show great humility. There's a dictionary word for you to look up.
Yes.
There's a dictionary word for your homeschool.
So me and Miss New York, we were watching our show, and so I asked Dad if we could watch another episode, and I kept asking him, and it went up to like 5 episodes we could watch, and he would keep saying yes because like my cutie powers. Yeah, it was really funny.
I know I got in trouble with Mom that night because I let you guys stay up too late watching shows. and she came out from doing whatever she was doing. I'm not sure, maybe taking a bath.
Oh
or
yeah,
something.
I think she was.
Yeah, and she said, "What? They're still up?" It's like, yeah, I just didn't mind if they watched more shows, and
Yeah.
it's like, wow, they need to get to bed.
Yeah, and it was like a 22-minute episode, so it was like a lot. So, and we don't even like that show. So, yeah.
And so right now you're trying to convince me to get you a DS, a Nintendo DS.
Mhm.
So far I've been resisting.
No.
But you're trying to break down my walls.
No. So far, I have been making you say like, yes, it's okay, because like I could definitely have one. There's like these not closing ones that I want to get. They're much cheaper, like way much cheaper than the actual one. Except she doesn't really want to get it. She wants a closing one. Not true. I want one that doesn't close, actually.
Gotcha.
So.
Well, we shall see. That's
what I said. No, it's not you. Actually, I want a closing one. A closing one would be really cool, but a not closing one is like way less cheaper.
Way less cheaper.
So much. It's $80, and the actual one is like 230.
Whoa, what?
Or it's 100. Yeah, I think it's like 130.
I don't want to spend that kind of money.
180, something like that. It's in the hundreds.
Don't they have any used ones at the pawn shop? All right, let's move on to TV shows. What are your favorite TV shows right now?
Fuller House.
Fuller House.
Stranger Things. Troll Hunters.
Troll Hunters is good. I like it.
I mean, who could not like Stranger Things? Whoever doesn't, it's weird.
Stranger Things is
creepy.
awesome.
That's probably why.
If I wasn't already sold on the show, I would have been sold on the fact that they were wearing the Ghostbuster uniforms in season 2, and then one of the episodes ended with Ghostbusters playing during the end credits.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I was a Ghostbusters maniac. I had every action figure.
Oh my God.
I watched the cartoon, the real Ghostbusters cartoon, came on every day after school. And I watched it so much and all the reruns that I actually knew, based on the episode on Monday, I knew what the episode on Friday was going to be.
Oh, wow.
That's how crazy I was about Ghostbusters.
Oh, my God.
And the movies, loved those.
Dad, that's crazy.
I was so disappointed that they screwed up the new movie. They could have made that so good, I think.
The girl Ghostbusters one?
Yeah, it would have been awesome if they had just like one of the old Ghostbusters, like Dan Aykroyd. He played Ray, kind of the goofy one. And if they had him kind of mentoring the new, generation of Ghostbusters, and then they stepped up and showed that they were like the real deal, that would have been awesome. And then they could have continued on with more Ghostbusters movies, but...
Yeah, although the new one with the girls had Chris Hemsworth, and he was like a dumb guy, so that
was pretty funny.
And he's like hilarious. So he's pretty funny. He's
dude.
funny as like in like any movie, like as Thor, and like in like Ghostbusters, he was so dumb. And like the new one,
he was probably the best part of the movie, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, because he's Thor, he's awesome.
Melissa McCarthy is pretty funny, too. I like her a lot. I like all her movies.
Oh, there was a person who played Suki?
Yeah, that's her. Melissa McCarthy, yeah.
Yeah, she's really funny.
Yeah. Okay, so you like Troll Hunters, Stranger Things, and Fuller House.
Yes, I feel like there are more shows. I just
that's a good 3 to start out with. So what are your 3 favorite shows, Miss Cuddlebug?
Okay, so Fuller House, I really like that.
You like Fuller House?
I like Troll Hunters a lot. And then I've been liking Once Upon a Time more.
Once Upon a Time. Okay,
I mean, I do not like it at all, but then I like it. It's so weird because I like it, but I don't like it. It's probably because it's annoying, but I like it. Or it's just entertaining. No,
gotcha.
That's not it.
It's funny you guys like Fuller House because when I was a kid, obviously, and Mom too, we watched Full House. Mm-hmm. But when I was a kid, I thought that was one of the cheesiest shows on TV.
It is.
But for some reason, I was just captivated. I watched like almost every episode. It was on Friday nights. And I would watch it. I'm like, wow, this is so cheesy. Why am I watching this stupid show? Yet, I watched it religiously.
So the funny thing is, so the teenager, junior, Miss Cuddlebug, and me, Miss New York, we all watched like the first season of Full House. We like started like the first few episodes of season 2, but the thing is, we like the new show Fuller House better than like the old one, because like you and Mom like used to watch it a lot, but we watched Fuller House a lot. We got like bored of like Full House, so.
Gotcha.
Not me. See, they all just didn't want to watch it anymore, so, we didn't watch it anymore. I mean, Stephanie, as a kid in Full House, she, is amazing, but when she's older, she's not as amazing as a kid, but she's still amazing. But, DJ...
Oh, my God.
DJ is just so annoying in both shows and dramatic in Fuller House.
She was always my least favorite as a kid.
She couldn't pick between two boys. It was so stupid.
Kimmy's funny.
Kimmy's the best character. Fernando's pretty good too. In Fuller House, and then there's Max, and Max, and he's pretty cute and funny and good. And Jackson is just really dumb. He's just like,
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm J Money. All the girls call me that. And it's really funny. And then on summer, he was like getting sent to like summer school, and he's like, no, I'm Chillaxin Jackson. And he's
Wow.
he thinks of the dumbest names ever. Like, it's so bad. It's stupid. It's annoying.
Gotcha. All right, so one last topic I got to bring up before we wrap it up is music. You guys love music so much. Miss Cuddlebug, you have like this crazy memory. You know the words to literally hundreds and hundreds and even more hundreds of songs. So tell us about that.
Just by listening to the song once.
That's wild.
So many songs come on the radio, and then I listen to it once, but then when it comes on again, I'm just saying all the words because I know every single one. It's crazy because I know the words after one time listening to the song on the radio. So whenever like there's a song I listen to and I like, just by hearing it like once from the radio, it comes on that I'm just singing all the words now.
That's crazy. Yeah, so instead of a photographic memory, you have, what you would call that? A recordographic
A songographic memory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting real scientific here. Not really.
Yep, we're super smart.
And you love listening to all kinds of music. You like pop, you like rock.
Yeah,
You've been liking some metal.
Yeah.
Which is way to get on my good side.
Yeah, I like pop. Well, I gotta say heavy metal is probably better. It's like hard to find songs that I want to listen to with pop because I listen to them all the time, and now I'm like, I don't really want to listen to that. So like change the song. But we found new people in heavy metal Parkway Drive. They are awesome. They're my favorite heavy metal band right now. They're Parkway Drive. They're
Parkway
so
Drive.
cool.
Yeah, it's so
heavy metal.
Yeah, I've been listening to them a lot myself lately, and I don't know that it's been such a good thing for me because they're from Australia. And so then it makes me remember that I'm not going with Mom to Australia, and then I get sad. But then I listen to them, and then I'm happy, and then I think how they're from Australia, and I'm not going to Australia, then I get sad again. But then I listen to them, and I get happy again, and it's just this vicious cycle I've been putting myself through.
Yeah. Dad, you were saying like that the people in Parkway Drive, that Maroon 5 looks heavy metal more metal than them, but Maroon 5 is like totally pop.
Oh, I know.
So,
this band Parkway Drive, they look like clean cut pop guys. Like their guitarist looks like a soccer dad. You'd see at a kid's soccer game in the weekend, wearing jeans and t-shirt and hat on stage. But they are so heavy and brutal. Their music and the singer's voice is
the singer's
insane.
Voice is unbelievably deep. Like his voice, like he can make it so deep. It just amazes me. Like it amazes me.
It's pretty crazy. So yeah, you've been liking all sorts of music. You have a crazy memory. Yes, Miss Cuddlebug, you'd like to add?
Actually, I have been liking rock a lot lately, and today you asked us on the radio when we were driving home, like, who is this on the radio? And I said Disturbed, and you're like, good.
Yes, you knew. I was, yes. That's, again, that's, I guess, not just cutie powers, but heavy metal knowledge powers. That works on me, too.
Yeah, definitely. And I've been liking more metal lately, but, I wouldn't put on just for myself. I would listen to it.
So when I was a kid, if you listened to heavy metal, it was like you were bad, you were satanic, you were going to get into drugs and all sorts of bad stuff. My first heavy metal album I ever bought was Metallica, the Black Album, as a cassette tape. And when I bought it, my mom was very unhappy. And her first words about it were, "I've heard stories about heavy metal." Sat there like I didn't say anything because I didn't know what to say because I thought it was so stupid.
That's so ridiculous. Like, what? That is just weird.
Yeah.
Just thinking to get into like stuff like that is just kind of weird.
We actually listened to a really wide range of music in our house. Because there are times when Mom will put on Blake Shelton, or then we'll put on
the one song. There's this one song on the radio that she's been liking. I think it's called like "Meant to Be."
Yeah, so we'll listen to country, we'll listen to pop, we'll listen to rock, we'll listen to metal, we'll listen to. Sometimes we'll listen to movie soundtracks.
Technically anything.
Yeah, really anything. Yeah. We listen to a lot of music actually, so it's pretty cool.
Oh, so I'm just gonna go back to shows real quick.
Okay.
So in Fuller House, there were this one episode we watched, and so the little kid Max, DJ's kid, and then Kimmy's kid, Ramona said she didn't like this one guy, but then she likes this one guy. And then Max said, "I used to feel that way about Blake Shelton." It was funny because like he didn't like him, but then he liked him. That's funny.
All right, well, I think we better wrap it up because we have to go check on Beard Baby and the Bull to make sure they're not terrorizing Teenager and Junior.
Junior.
But even if they are, like, who cares, really?
I know.
They're the older two.
At
they
least
can take
not
care of the
bothering
younger two.
us.
Better them than us, right?
We're the important ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, this one other episode, like this Hunter Pence guy from Hunter Pence, he's like a baseball player, and Kimmy is like, "Nice to meet you, Underpants," and then he was like, "It's Hunter Pence," and she's like, "Oh well, that's disappointing," and she just walks away. He also eats pizza with his special golden fork.
Gotcha.
It's around his neck. It's so weird.
All right, so you guys are in a Fuller House mood. So why don't we wrap it up so you guys can go watch Fuller House?
Yes. Awesome.
Yes. All right, well.
As we like to say, sweet cheese and sprinkles.
Well, thank you for joining me on this week's edition of the Harshē podcast.
You're welcome.
Or I guess on this particular edition. We're going to do an episode later in the week where I will be doing a podcast with January, but she will be in Australia and I'll be here. And she's going to do a Birth Without Fear recap, go over how the conference went in Australia and talk about what they did. And it should be fun.
Ooh.
Yeah. So we'll be doing the podcast together, but she'll be on one end of the world and I'll be on the other. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah. Sounds so nice.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you for joining me. And until next time, adios.